Edition of the USFL podcast live from Arizona. I'm the ref representing USFL Newsroom, the leaders in USFL news, and I'm joined as always by my man, Zach Kyle. How you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. Things have been fantastic down here. As you guys may have been following, he's on a trip. I'm trying to, get things in order for my new life out here in the sunny state of Arizona itself. Lovely place out here, by the way.
I know. I'm telling you. I mean, we got here just the other day, and you're basically furnished already. You got the whole thing going, and you don't even move out here for what? Another couple weeks?
Yeah, another 2 weeks or so. But we're on our way.
I know.
And you've been a great help, by the way.
Well, I try sometimes. But I mean, here's the thing. We're traveling left and right. We might be in Arizona right now. I'm about to head back to Texas. You're heading back to Indiana. You're coming back to Arizona. But I'll tell you what we're doing next. Spring Stock, baby. April 15th, day one. Come meet us at Casey Sports Bar, formerly Todd English Pub. The bash is in the bar. The party's in the pub. Either way, we're having fun.
It's going to be a good time.
Come and join us 12 p.m. Central. Online and in person. Hey, we get it. Not everybody can make it down to Birmingham, Alabama. So if you can't, join us over here on YouTube. But if you can, hey, we're going to have some good guests, good times, and some giveaways, some of which we should be announcing here in the near future.
That's right. Going to be having plenty of stuff for that set up. We're going to have, like I said, the guests you're talking about, we're getting finalized, but it's going to be some good names this year.
Oh, yeah.
You'll
have a good time. And here's the thing. After the live show on the internet, if you're in town and you're watching the game and you're watching Spring Stock, stick around because we're doing a watch party for that first Memphis Showboats game. And of course, when that concludes, we're heading across the street because, hey, Casey Sports Bar is right across the street from Protective Stadium in the West. And we're heading over there and we're watching a rematch of last year's opening game with the New Jersey Generals taking on the returning champion Birmingham Stallions. But, baby, that ain't all. Because one more day after that, we're heading a little bit northwest, I think, to Memphis, Tennessee for the grudge game. And I feel bad for this guy. He's going to be crying. He might have a new home, but he's going to have a losing record to start the season because the Gamblers all in. 12-0, baby. 12-0. Rotate. I ain't rotating nothing. What do you mean?
leave it there. Oh, you're telling me this. Usually, look, I get it. You're helping me move in and out. I ain't going to give you slack on this game, though. We're still walking away easy in Memphis with this one, going 1-0.
I'm looking
undefeated season ruined.
We'll see about that. Hopefully, guys, let us know. Can you hear us? Are we upside down? That's what I'm more curious about now. I don't know. I saw there was a chat. Let's see, live chat. Why are you in AZ? Well, big man on campus has a whole new house, baby.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've got to get my apartment set up for a new place. So this isn't some USFL related thing. This is a life related thing. Part of the reason why we're away from the camera is a little different. Not the usual setup. We will get some episodes out though in the coming week for sure. Got interviews lined up as well. So you guys definitely are going to be getting more content. It's just a little hectic because I'm buying furniture. I got this little apartment right behind us. I got to get ready to go. And this man's been helping me all weekend, along with of course my dearest mother in the back room. So I'm going to set up a new studio.
You sideways. So is
that
what's going? Oh, okay. So we do have to. Well, you live, you learn.
I blame YouTube.
Yeah, blame YouTube. Why can't you go live? I mean, if I do this, all right. All right.
That's fine.
We need the. There we go.
Yeah, we'll kind of scrunch in. You okay with personal
space?
I
don't care. Personal space, commercial space. But hey, there was a little bit of news this week. We got individual game tickets on sale. It seems like things are going well. I cannot wait to get into Birmingham, Alabama, see it again because that first game last year was just such. What a rush! All the work going into it, getting everything ready.
Well, something with this setup this year, they're going to be. Obviously, we've associated with the Thoroughbred Tailgate group, but they're also establishing a new group. It is technically independent league, but they are experimenting. It's the Horsemen. If you've seen some ads on social for that, that is a legitimate big group that they are setting up a specific section of the stadium at the 50-yard line. So you want to check that out. Go on the Birmingham Stallions Facebook group. It's the largest one, about like 10K plus people in it.
It's crazy.
You'll get the link and all that if there's available seats and all that. But yeah, that's coming up. And the tickets, I mean, from what we can tell, they look like they've been selling pretty solid. Ticketmaster, it's a funny thing.
You never know.
You never know. Like,
Yeah.
you can try your best, but you'll never truly know until the day of. But at least from what we're seeing and from what Brett Zalaski's claiming as well, things are moving in the right direction.
Right. Oh,
No,
that's the other.
Thought we had it.
Now I'll say this: we were talking about ticket prices. Somebody in the comments said, "What about uni previews?"
Right.
Now our friend
Right.
Ducky, community legend, by the way, sign him up. He got an RSVP for a little event in Canton next week, and I don't know, speculation zone. I would bet we might get a little look at those Maulers jerseys next week. Now, I don't know about the Showboats, but maybe they'll have a similar event.
I would think, hopefully. So here's the thing, folks. Keep this in mind. You have to have the jerseys, at least to me. I think everyone else in the league is also saying this. The jerseys should be ready by training camp, you would think. At least you want to have those set up, and you can push it back, of course, but you want the design out there.
Right,
You want to start building more and more hype. So next week, look, if they're doing RSVP for at least one of those, it's maybe not say the Showboats are exactly going to be there, but there's a good chance at least the Maulers get to show off
Sure.
those black and gold unis or that redesign, which should be nice and snazzy looking. I really hope that the Showboats are part of that announcement and they just do a two-banger right there, drop the videos, do the whole spiel, and then say, all right, now go get your tickets, now get things loaded up. But that's got to be coming within no later than I'd think. Midway through training camp is like the emergency button push to get that thing out there.
Yeah, for sure. Now, the good news is whenever it drops, we're going to have you covered. You can either check out usflnewsroom.com, which you should be doing daily for all the latest news. But hey, now that you're moved, you got a place. Well, not moved, but you got a place. We're about to be rolling out these shows left and right. And like we've talked about it,
Yeah.
we teed it up. We're going to be doing more live streams throughout the season, probably game recaps at the end of the weekend. So stay tuned. Social media, USFL Podcast, that's where you're going to get the latest. Since we're over on YouTube right now, make sure you subscribe, click the bell. It builds morale. It's going to give you a good time. And I know you're waiting for your jersey. You need some morale. Click the bell. Get signed up. Zach, I don't know. Was there any other news this week? I've been all over the place. You've been all over the place. There
know.
probably was.
I know. I guess, guys, keep in mind, remember, training camp is coming up. Coaches are supposed to report the 13th. So we are really right almost in the thick of things coming up here. Players will be reporting at the end of next week. So we'll be getting a lot more video coverage and social media coverage, most likely because of that as well. So keep all that in mind. Beyond that, I mean, we're really just kind of rolling with the punches right now and kind of seeing other reveals. But we are going to do, so this is for us, we put out, we're going to do by conference comparison or previews like we did last year. So we'll have those for episodes leading in through training camp. And we'll also get you, of course, any more interviews we can as we go. I got a few lined up that were training camp kind of weights, so should be good with those. One of those is coming this week. I just have to process it before I left. Zacoby McClain from the Breakers. You're going to be seeing interview that linebacker himself from Auburn. So especially you folks out there that are the Alabama-esque folks of people, you'll be enjoying that one. Got a little bit of bits on the Iron Bowl from that too. But yeah, just expect more interviews. We're going to be dropping news as it comes out, and we're going to be doing previews for the season as well, leading up to Spring Stock on April 15th.
And I'll tell you this, we have the facts, and I'm going to tell you how you can know. This guy's driving a Tesla. I'm driving a BMW. And I'll tell you this, if you're ever on the road and there's a BMW, you just better watch out because those guys are going to do whatever they want, and I am driving it accordingly. Hopefully the guy from Turo isn't watching this.
Oh, God.
But get signed up. We're going to have fun. I cannot wait to get out to Birmingham, Alabama, even though this says summer stock. We got spring stock shirts on the way. Real pro press shirts that we're going to have available. We're going to try to keep them cost effective. I mean, hey, economic headwinds, they're coming, they're going. Nobody knows what's happening. The Gamblers song for the Gamblers, it's called We're Winning, You're Losing, 12-0, all in, baby. That's all you need.
Fun fact, there is a Gamblers song from the 80s that does exist. It's called The Run and Shoot, which
we're
back
gonna-
in the day, Mouse Davis and company,
Right on.
June Jones, they were doing that. So if you want a song, you can do that. They're not going to run a run and shoot, by the way.
No.
Curtis Johnson said West Coast offense. So you could use it. It's not going to fit well, but you may maybe you make a new one.
I'll tell you
Let's
this.
make a new song.
Run and shoot, West Coast offense, it doesn't matter. All that matters is the W and the 12-0 and the championship being hoisted up. And me being there, you know what's going to happen? They're just going to give me the championship at the end of the year because it's going to be me, my power that's driving them past those wins.
If you really do win, at the very least, I just want the grudge game. I'll take that.
No.
I'd be like, we beat the champs. One game, we beat the champs.
That's how I felt last year. We only got a couple wins in, but one was against the Birmingham Stallions, baby. Buck 'em. Bears did get the haul yesterday. We were talking about that.
Emery, I'm glad you brought that up because I do want to spiel. I've been giddy all yesterday, and this man texted me over the details as they were happening. DJ Moore, nice. The picks, nice. I'm liking it a lot. We're setting ourselves up so well.
Well, I mean, it really makes sense because if you're not getting a quarterback, you don't really need that first pick. Number 9, you're going to find the guy you want.
Mm-hmm. And this one's the right one here by the Rapitan here. Because you're right, Tampa had one, Bandit Ball, which is actually to me better than Run and Shoot. It's a really catchy one, and it was sung by the same guy that did Smokey and the Bandits theme because they knew each other. Because remember, Burt Reynolds owned part of the Bandits back in the day as well.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, and San Antonio has one that's just Gunslingers. It's the worst of the 3. You might as well forget about it.
Because nobody likes San Antonio. It's the worst city in Texas. Get out of here.
I have no problem with.
Oh, I hope nobody's from San Antonio. I'm sorry.
He's a Houston guy. That's all it is. He's from H-Town.
Yeah.
It's a rivalry.
We got swangers in Houston. They don't have swangers in San Antonio.
But yeah, man, I mean, I hope that we see, like, fan engagement wise, we're going to see a lot of increases. We're always seeing more people kind of jump in on that anyway. And yeah, it's going to be pretty.
I like that comment there. Yeah, it is a shame for Fields. Let me just pull that one up, Zach, so you can read it here.
Too bad that Fields will never be able to find them as they'll be blanketed by Lions DBs. You see, I know you. Like, I know this guy because he's in our Discord and he's a Detroit fan, much like Jake is.
As he should be.
So, okay.
Restore the roar, baby. This is our year. Did you know the Lions are going 17-0 this year?
Oh, they are.
I can't vouch for the playoffs. I think you can. I mean, I'm almost 40, Zach. We won one playoff game. I ain't giving them that one. They got to earn it. But 17-0.
Don't worry. Someone in our draft's going to be picked up, and we'll be sacking Jared Goff quite often. Jamal Williams still has to be locked down, so there's that little deal. I got things to think about for you folks over in Detroit. I do like Detroit, though. I got family out there, so I can't complain. City's nice.
I feel bad. Did you hear Matty Stafford might be on the
heard.
the trading block again? Let him come back and be our backup.
Wouldn't that be funny?
I'd love it. Greatest trade in football history. If the Rams get a championship and we win a playoff game, that's all that matters. We don't even need a championship. If we win a playoff game, it is potentially the greatest trade in football history.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, you guys are definitely set up for that, Gamblers? I don't think so. But
Oh, come on now. What is that? No. All in. We're not having that. But like I said, spring stock, we're going to have some shirts. It's funny. I ordered a spring stock hat.
Yeah.
They still haven't shipped it. So I'm going to say, if you want a spring stock hat and you order one, there's a good chance that it might not get there before spring stock. I don't know when they're coming.
I'm in a comment mood today, so let's go into this comment here. Danny Braun says, do you think Paxton Lynch is regretting his move to the XFL? Toss up, because honestly, it really depends on what he thinks it was getting out of it. Reports from other sites are saying that he went over because he was angling for the XFL, so if he personally wanted that, great. Maybe the team he's regretting because we are learning Orlando's kind of, at least in terms of how they've been running and how they've been playing, they're kind of a train wreck right now. So maybe that's the angle, but I don't know if it's a full regret in terms of league. That's hard to pin. Every player's got their preference. That's the deal.
I mean, if the checks are clearing, I'm sure he's not regretting
That's
it
a
too
big part
much.
of it,
I mean, realistically, he didn't get very much playing time last year in the USFL. There were some injuries involved and things like that. He played pretty good while he was there. I feel bad for him because he just seemingly got stuck on the poop team in Orlando.
Yeah.
Every spring league needs a poop team, and the Orlando Guardians are that for the XFL. And now, speaking of poop teams, I don't know, Zach, who is going to be the poop team in the USFL this year? Because I don't know, the Maulers are looking pretty good.
You're not going to like my answer.
Oh, no.
But here's the thing. Okay, I won't answer because you guys might already know what I'm implying. If this isn't a grudge game thing, this is me being serious about it. Houston, I just don't buy the quarterback situation and some of this stuff. A lot of the defensive pieces they either went to better pastures or in the XFL. So they're proven. I'm not gonna I will say there are people like yourself, Ace very much. If he was on this right now, he'd be like, "Don't you dare knock Kenji Bahar! Don't you dare!" And I'm like, "Hey, great. I would if they come out swinging week 1, and if they win the grudge game, well, shoot. Then obviously I'm down 1. But
Which doesn't mean much because we won the first game
Right.
last year, and then it took us a while to get win number 2.
yeah, remember the Gamblers were third worst in the league, and then the Panthers were 2-8 behind them.
Yeah.
So yeah, week 1 doesn't matter as much in any league, especially spring leagues. However, I guess thinking about all these teams, a lot of them are returning roster pieces. That's a big one. And much like I'll even comment on this because Gohira Anime, at least the user, that's his name here, is saying, because I think a lot of people have, and even FoxBet has, the Stallions as the favorite because look at the roster.
Right.
Most of the people were returning. There are some linemen that aren't back, so that's the only concern I find. But receiving core-wise, they either kept the same pace or maybe in some degrees upgrade because they got Deion Kane.
Right.
You know, sure, Osiris Mitchell's gone, but like they still got Marlon Williams. They still are going to get Ramsey, who's also coming back. But Kane is going to be a massive addition that they're signing. They also got a receiver from Sam Houston State. I'm forgetting the name right now because I've been kind of rush jobbing it throughout this weekend.
We've been all over the place this week, so bear with us.
But nonetheless, there's a reason why I value that. You know, the Generals, the Stars, they're my tops. You know, we had a community power ranking. They were at 5, but the Generals to me are 3. So, like, that's because just returns.
Yeah, I think the Stars are going to be a force to reckon with, especially with the chef back in the kitchen. Let's see. What did Kane looked? Why is
it was about a comment on preseason. Danny
looked
again
good in
here.
preseason with the Eagles. You know, I don't know if anybody looks good with the Eagles. Get over it.
Kane was one of those that was on one of the Clemson championship teams. So again,
Right on.
so good background. You know?
Right.
But like the Stallions, you know, that's the deal. Like I said, the Gamblers. There's so many changes, but so many that I think were crucial in terms of say, you know, you're changing out so many guys, and it was a quicker turn. Their head coaching situation was a lot shorter turnaround than even say the Maulers or even say, you know, the Breakers getting someone in. So there's a lot of factors. If they prove it out of the gate, fantastic. But there's so much different on this team. It makes me wonder. You know, the Maulers you can say because they brought a lot of pieces in.
Right.
You can say they can't go lower than 1-9.
You would think. Now here's my hope with the Gamblers. Right, we've seen Ryan Willis go to the Showboats.
Yep.
We've seen McLeod Bethel Thompson go to the Breakers. Give us our guy. Give us our guy, man. Give us one of them. Give us somebody. I feel like there's a free agent. We're one free agent signing away from being the stuff. Unless it is. Maybe it's Kenji Bahar, superstar like Mel Farr in Detroit.
I think you should watch either the Breakers or the Showboats quarterback competitions because I think one of those will have a quarterback traded to you guys if they don't feel like, and again, this really comes down to Curtis Johnson, but like, to me, I don't know. Like, I think if you aren't comfortable with Terry Wilson, if Kozart's more a backup and you don't feel Kenji Bahar will give you that explosiveness in that offense, you've got guys like, for example, the Showboats. The competition right now, as much as I talk about Cole Kelly, the main two are Brady White and Ryan Willis. One of those two is going to do it, and Willis joined because he wanted a starting spot in this league.
Yep.
So as long as he wins out, he'll get that. If he doesn't, see, to me, that's when you trade him.
Yep.
And you go down to Houston. Otherwise,
And finish Destiny because that's where he should have ended up in the first spot. I mean, Ryan Willis, bring him up.
MVP himself.
That's right.
Finishing at Rice University Stadium for that championship. So you got that option, and then if you look at the Breakers, even better to me. You know, Davis Cheek and Akil Glass have been talked up like crazy,
Right.
and now they have MBT, which to me, yes, there's competition, but I almost feel like his name recognition gets him kind of a half step ahead in that regard. That was a big signing for the league. So depending on how that goes, you know, and yeah, Danny, like I said, we think, even Magoo. Well, now Magoo, that's an interesting one though, because I think to me, Magoo could be traded, but I think he stays because the one thing that I liked what Skip Holtz did last year, they started using him as a gadget RPO quarterback.
Right.
Jamar Smith, I thought he had some mobility, but he's not as mobile as Magoo. So Magoo is a good change of pace QB, like a Cole McDonald in Houston.
Right.
Yeah. So I think he's not likely to get traded. I think they like that 2 QB set. Remember, Magoo also was part of the reason why the Birmingham Stallions pulled out the championship last year. So you wouldn't want to move on from him. When Gamblers win a home game, you hear you got to know when to hold him. Kenny Rogers, that wouldn't be a bad choice.
I pick it, sign him up because you do need to know when to walk away. Zach, Panthers, because we're taking you down in that game one, and everybody else is going down along with them, 12-0 all, and Ed Davis.
Well, you know me. Well, you know how you've said you're talking about how mascots are fair in an actual live matchup. A panther versus a card dealer. I don't know about you, but I'm picking the wild cat over the man that plays at a table.
It depends if they have a gun. I need to know is this 1890s saloon gambler, or is this somebody at like the World Series of Poker gambler? Because that guy, yeah, he's gonna get mauled by a panther, if you will.
Maybe so.
God, now we have showboats in the mix.
I
That
know.
this question will live on forever as long as there's new teams coming. And you saw that they trademarked the Blitz, or at
They
least
did, yeah.
transferred
That's
it
another
over.
big news piece. At least to add on in the background is, the Blitz were talked about as coming as a thing because they're trying to add more and more, but they weren't in that first initial 3
Yep.
set with the Federals, the Gold, and there was the third one I'm missing. I don't think it was the Renegades, but there was a third team that they trademarked and totally spaced, and you guys will probably comment on it. But the Blitz were brought in just recently. They finalized it, so.
Yeah.
I want the Blitz back. I'm a
That'd
Chicago
be fun,
sports
yeah.
fan. That'll tear me though, because as much as the Blitz are back, I'm already a 2-year Panthers fan. I'm kind of committed. Like I got family in Detroit now. Like, ugh.
Well,
But,
the timing's interesting because correct. You would know more because you're a Bears fan, but didn't they just approve a new stadium for the Bears?
Arlington Heights.
So you know what that means. Soldier Field, they're going to be vacant.
I bet. So this is it. All future talk speculation.
Speculation
Of course.
zone.
We'll throw that speculation zone time. So here's the thing. As you may know, the Bears are most likely leaving Chicago. It is pretty close. They just need to get the government of Illinois to approve some things, but it's probably going to happen. Soldier Field is going to be wide open. Chicago city government probably wants to be able to use that to get some tax dollars and a few venues in there. I bet you could get a nice deal from the city that the USFL will be looking for because, hey, desperate city needing a desperate team put in town, and to stick it to the man, that might be a good way of doing it.
Yeah, the Invaders. That was the other trademark there, which I would love that.
Now, one of them that I would like to say, if you ever moved west, and credit, it could be because I'm here. But remember, back in the day, the Arizona Wranglers were a real thing back here.
Yeah.
They were actually pretty popular when they came out
Oh, yeah.
in '84. So, not too bad of an option. I mean, sure, the Heat would be a question mark, I think, because unless you get a good rate, say, speculation again, say you were to get a good rate at Glendale, which is probably hard. Sun Devil Stadium is great, but it's outdoors.
I'll tell you this, guys, it gets a little warm in Arizona if you didn't know in the summertime. Not, just a little. But either way, man, it's fun to have some news. It's good to be in person. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the only shows we've ever done in person were Spring Stock and Summer Stock.
I know.
And here we are just for kind of a on the fly. It's a Saturday. We're having fun, getting some things moved in. Any other thoughts? I don't think there was any other news this week, but we're getting to the training camp, so things will be
Yeah,
coming.
like I said, we'll mostly episode updates and all that for this one. A few, obviously, for tickets and all that to talk
Sure.
about. But yeah, stay to it, guys. Honestly, if you want to drop some questions for us, because we'll gladly take them.
Yeah. If you have any thoughts, let us know. We'll be here. Let's just pull up the chat. Oh, well.
Other one. There you go.
Live chat. Okay.
There
There
it
we
goes.
go. All right,
Yeah,
let's see.
But yeah, feel free to drop if you want to keep doing that with questions, or shoot us on Twitter. Remember, we have on the USFLcast.com. You can do voice chat questions, and we will get to those as soon as possible when we can. So feel free to do that too, and follow us on at USFL Podcast. If you haven't subbed yet, and you're one of the few that tuned in for this emergency episode, because we've been meaning to get one out. It's been a little slower lately and life stuff, but we're here.
Yeah.
Hit that subscribe button, click the bell, builds morale.
Get signed up.
Not only for you, but for us too. So yeah, I think that about covers it.
I think it is. And make sure you like this video, because if you don't, I'm
Yes.
going to find out where you live.
He doesn't mean that. He's much nicer.
I mean it. No, I'm kidding. We're having a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Spring Stock, baby, April 15th and 16th, Birmingham, Alabama, Memphis, Tennessee. Man, I mean, day one, Zach and I, we're going to be having fun. Day two, it's going to be cutthroat. So if you want to watch two guys that are friends talk a lot of smack against each other, then see us there bright and early, 8 or 9 in the morning. I don't know.
Yeah,
Check the ad. There's an ad.
We got an ad. We'll send it out. You'll see more of it soon.
For sure. Well, hey, I think that's it, guys. So until next time, sign you all up.